Welcome. Um, just real quick, just for consent, this is going to be an episode of my podcast. The point is to just share stories and what other couples are struggling with to help other people. And my podcast is attached to my YouTube, so some clips on social. Just want to make sure you guys are okay with that. Oh, Doug just turned his camera off.
So
hey,
this is recorded?
yes, it's recording now. You can say no and we could stop, but you could also do it with the camera off and we just hear your voice. I'm cool with that as well.
All right, yeah.
But
Um,
listen, because I don't want to go 40 minutes and then someone changes their mind, because that's happened as well. And then we've all kind of like wasted time. I mean, I wouldn't say wasted time, but you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I don't really know anything about it. Bree just sent me this link, so I guess I didn't know it was like all that you just told me was news to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bree.
where are you out of?
Wait,
Sorry.
Doug, there's a huge echo, but Bree, you didn't tell him that this was going to be, you didn't tell him any of that. That's,
I guess I didn't. I thought I sent him the link, but
You sent me the link. I just got off work. You're like, hey, can you join this?
yeah,
This
well,
guy's
hey,
really good.
Doug, well, I want
Yeah.
to give you a second, because it's not really, I don't want you to feel blindsided or that this was a trick or an intervention. So
yeah, sorry.
if Doug, if you're like, yeah, I don't feel it, it's totally okay. You could also hop off and I could have a short conversation with Bree, but yeah, I don't want to pressure, and also, like, what is it going to be like if you're like, very self-conscious about this? Like, that's not the point of this. Like, you have to be all in, or, you know. Okay, I'll chat with Bree for a little bit, and then I'll help as much as I can. Um, the angry therapist. Okay, okay. Now I'm gonna now school Bree and yell at her for tricking you. So I guess we'll start there,
I
Bree.
didn't mean to trick you.
Doug. Okay, Doug. I'll talk to you soon. Be well. All right, Bree.
Sorry, I didn't mean to trick him. It was like, I mean, I sent you the email. We had been looking for therapists, so yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
this is going to be interesting, because here's what we're going to do. We'll go just talk, me and you, for 20 minutes or so. And since I'm just talking to you, you can tell me about your situation and what's going on. But I'm going to focus on you. I'm going to try to, because Doug's not in the room, so it's like, we're just going
Yeah,
to focus on you and your story, and how I can help. So, tell me, what's the struggle right now? Tell me a little bit about the relationship.
yeah. So, we were in a relationship for about 2 years off and on.
Mm-hmm.
I would say we had like a trauma bond for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we were together. We broke up a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
We went through a really awful event in August of 22. And that broke us up for a while. It got us sober. I stopped drinking. It's been just over a year for me. He stopped drinking in August of 22. So being sober has been really good for us, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still a lot of growth to happen. We got back together in January of last year, and I think we had like an amazing 8 months, but we didn't really heal anything from the past. There was still like a lot of resentment, betrayal, abandonment, like a lot of that stuff. And I think all this
What
to a
is
certain point.
happening? What is happening on your end now that you guys are? So this is round two, right? And
Well, we broke up again in September
mhm.
of last year. So we're now starting to talk again and see if we could get back together.
Oh, so you guys technically aren't back together. You guys are thinking about
Right.
it. Okay, so
Yeah.
let me
So
ask you
that
this.
probably was not
I'm gonna
a good
dive right
move.
into the deep end. What's gonna be different this time, in your opinion?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, I think therapy will help us with a lot of stuff. Like, I really want to go back. I want to heal some of my hurts that he's hurt me, that just have never really gotten recognized. And I want to build trust with him again. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's not much trust there anymore.
What would that look
It's
like, building trust with him again? So, when you talk about anger and resentment, that's a huge, I mean, it's one of the most common, I think the biggest things that can crack the relationship container. I call it the container. So you guys
yeah.
have a history. You guys are now sober. What's the anger and resentment, or is there any that you're still holding on to? with this?
I think for me, I mean, I'm mad that he left me, like, again. I mean,
Mm.
yeah, just a lot of
Have you guys
things.
talked about that? Why he left and all your feelings about it?
More or less, not like in depth, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What was the reason why it didn't work last time? Broad strokes.
I don't know, like towards the end, I guess we were just fighting and bickering a lot. I think there was resentments and he just was
Mm-hmm.
like, that's it, I'm done fighting.
Yeah.
Um,
So was it
and
how
it
you guys
just
fought, not what you fought about?
probably both. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we fought about kind of dumb things. Like the last thing that broke us up is he had come home from a 3-day work event and we were laying in bed and I like wanted him to cuddle with me and I like asked him to cuddle with me and
Mm-hmm.
he got upset about it and
Mm-hmm.
it just set him off somehow. It was like the way I asked him or just him being tired, me not recognizing it, all sorts of stuff.
What did he do by being set off? Did he leave the room? Did he yell, throw chairs? So what did he do?
No, we just laid there and was just like, can you just go home? I was
Oh,
like,
got it.
wow,
Right. And then that activated stuff in you, obviously, right?
of
Abandonment
course.
or other wounds. And then that ended the relationship.
Yeah.
So if you're in bed with him again, say next week, and you're like, can we cuddle? And he does that again, what would be different this time?
Good question. Maybe I would like not react so much and like just kind of talk to him about what's going on. Like, why is he so triggered? Or maybe I would leave and then talk about it later and not take it so personally, or I don't know.
Here are some signs, and I don't think it's a logical thing. I think it's going to be a body felt thing. If you want to do another round and you want to give this a fair shot, you guys have to both create experiences for your bodies to convince your body that it is safe, that it is different. Or because it's our nervous system, the activation that is more of the elephant. Our logic is just a rider on top. You know what I'm saying? The elephant's going to go, it's going to go. So if you guys both get activated because of possible trauma, if you guys had a trauma bond, there's obviously been trauma in your past. And if you guys get activated and then people are reacting, so whether it's like you should leave or whatever that reaction is, like that's still going to be there, you know? So getting on the same page about, hey, listen, if we activate each other, let's talk about what's happening underneath. Because it's not about the
Right.
bickering, it's what's happening underneath. Oh, it's not that you don't want to cuddle with me, it's that you're feeling whatever you're feeling, and how can I hold that space for you, and vice versa. And then convincing your bodies that this is different. And this is how we're gonna like lay new tracks. Because if not, you're just gonna default to what it was like before, and people are going to do the same thing, and then it's like, oh, it's the same thing, just different day.
Yeah.
So do you think you guys have that ability, or do you think that you don't know? Maybe you do. You got to talk about it.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. We have to talk about it. I think we would need like therapy, like we need support
Sure,
getting
sure, of
there.
course, yeah. What
Definitely.
has? Let me ask you this: what has changed with you? Like,
I think that I've started to set harder boundaries.
mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm,
and just like the way he treats me,
mm.
for
And
sure.
in the short time, I know you guys aren't technically together yet. In the short time that you've experienced him, the most recent, are you noticing anything different in the way that he's treating you?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's not. It's too new.
Yeah. I feel like I've been disappointed by him, I guess, recently
Yeah. And
more
what
than
happened? What happened that he disappointed you?
um just a couple like kind of small things, but I'm hoping to go back to school
Mm-hmm.
and he was kind of really negative about it and just
You didn't feel
not
supported.
encouraging.
Mm-hmm. And then did you
And
say something about that, or no? You just
I kind of shoved it off, but then he like came back and apologized, but the way he apologized was just kind of weird the way he worded it. He was
mm.
like, that's not something that I want to do, or I don't know, it was weird.
Do you in relationships not or struggle expressing like your needs or what like you
I
mentioned
don't think
boundaries?
so. I think I'm pretty good at telling him what I need.
I I'm curious about just using this as an example, this whole experience with him not knowing. I'm curious why you didn't tell him. Were you scared that he wouldn't show up? Was it like, why not be completely transparent and say, I mean, even if it's via text, hey, this link is going to shoot you to, we're going to be recorded on a podcast and this is going to be, on social media.
Yeah, I think one is
Because I
that I
don't believe you
wasn't.
forgot. I believe that you didn't tell him because it's a
Okay.
pretty big deal. Yeah.
I think one, I wasn't sure that I was going to be chosen, so I didn't tell him that I sent it, I guess, because I wasn't sure if I was going to be chosen. And then when I was, it was such a short time frame. I wasn't sure he could make it until he did.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I guess I was afraid that he wouldn't want to do it.
I'm exploring. I'm trying not to judge that. I don't take it personally, but I'm trying to explore behavior patterns. And based on that, I'm wondering how that is insight to how you show up in relationships. That's all.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as like a way of withholding the information. It's like, I mean, it's not a lie, but kind of.
Yeah, but I don't think it's also coming from a bad place. I mean, I think you really wanted. Yeah, it's not. But it is a little slippery. It is not fully transparent. It is, maybe there's some strategy behind it. I don't know. I'm not judging your heart, right? I'm trying to explore how you show up. I'm trying to explore your patterns, if you will,
Yeah.
because they have to be different for this to be different.
Yeah.
And you're only 50% of this,
Right.
I kind of also wanted to ask you a question that's very blunt, and I just blunt because of due to time and because of what this is.
Go for it.
I would ask you this much later after we developed a relationship, but the blunt question is, why do you want to be with him? Why around 2?
I mean, I've been in relationships before, but like when we're together, he just feels like home to me. Like,
I mean, that's great. That's a great reason. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Are you in love with him?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
For
what,
sure.
Bree? Just taking off this whole therapist hat and just as a human, because I see you getting emotional and, you're saying he feels like home. If you're in love with them, then it deserves a shot. You know what I'm saying? Even if it doesn't work out, it's not a fucking waste of time because if you could honestly say, I'm in love with this person, I think it's better to give it a shot. And if it doesn't work out, knowing that you gave it a shot, than not doing it because you have fear and then wondering if it could have been happened, right? Now,
Yeah.
because if I asked you, hey, how do you feel about this person? And you're like, why do you want to be with him again? Well, I'm lonely. I don't want to be alone. I'm getting older. If there were more like those kind of reasons, I would be like, I don't know if that's enough, but if you really are head over heels for this person and you are willing to work on laying new tracks, giving your body a new love experience, and you're only 50% of this, so everything you can do, then I'm happy for you. Then I'm happy for you and I'm excited. And it's like, fuck, like I don't want to underestimate because I think today we put so much weight on like, is it healthy? What are the green flags? And we see something and we just like minimize our heartstrings. And so if you really feel like, man, I'm in love with this person, I want to give it a shot, but just know what you're getting into and know that unless two people have really changed, it's so hard to lay new tracks because we activate the shit out of each other,
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's what you know what? I think this is it because listen, I think that's what you were meant to hear tonight. I think what you were meant to hear is just like, should I do this or not?
Yeah.
I'm aware that we were connected by a trauma bond. I know I need to do some therapy, blah, blah, blah. You're aware, you're smart. Nothing's good. I can't give you anything in 30 minutes that, but maybe what you needed was just kind of the gentle reminder that you having feelings for this person matters. And that is enough for another at bat,
Yeah. I hope so. I hope that he'll come to therapy with me and work on stuff. And yeah.
I hope so too. And here's the thing. the relationship itself can heal you guys. Not
Yeah.
overnight, but like as you guys build
Yeah.
something healthy, the relationship itself can be kind of it could give you guys corrective experiences. It could calm your nervous system. It could get you to trust more. It could redefine what love, intimacy, sex, all of that is. So like that's like the beauty about love, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not easy, but that's possible as well.
Right.
And so
And
if
he
you
has
guys
to
are
feel
both on
the
that
same love
page,
for me too. And
yeah.
I hope, I don't know if that's there.
The ante to sit at this table is possible heartbreak and
Yeah.
disappointment, of course, right? And so
Yeah.
that's just, you can't avoid that. But
Right.
you know what I would tell Doug? Hey, listen, and this is going to be very vulnerable. I'm going to say, you know what I got from John, that crazy Korean? I realized that I really want to give this a shot. And I know that it's not going to be easy. And I know we're going to activate each other. And I know that we both had trauma. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's how I want to show up. Right? Don't say you need to do this. Just say here's and see what he says. And if he's like, yeah, I'm on board and here's what I'm going to do, then you guys are, going at it like Thelma and Louise.
Yeah. For sure.
And listen, if he's like, okay, well, good luck with that. And, let's see how it goes. Then that's also a sign too,
Yeah.
Then you decide if you want to protect yourself or really give it a shot.
Yeah.
But you're also only 50% of this.
Right.
Even if you're quote unquote perfect, like you only have so much you can,
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, you know what? Thank you for being here. And
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's other people watching or listening to this who may be on the fence like you. And they genuinely are in love with someone. And they have been minimizing it because they've been reading too many self-help books. And they needed to hear this.
Yeah. I hope it helps.
All right. Well, email me, keep in touch. Let me know how it goes. And then if Doug is on board, you guys want a session, please tell him what it is. And then we'll have a conversation.
Okay.
I think it'd be interesting if you guys decide to give this a shot for us to do it in a couple of weeks or a month down the road as you guys are, going through it.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be cool. And I think like to go from a trauma bond to a healthy relationship, I feel like maybe a lot of people are trying to figure that out.
Oh
And
yeah. Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
yeah.
Yes.
To know that it's possible, to think that it's possible just gives me so much hope, I guess.
Yeah, of course it's possible. There's I did and it's going to sound very silly. If you go to my Instagram, click on my bio link, there's a trauma bond video course that I did at our mountain house with a trauma specialist.
That's awesome.
My friend,
I
Dr.
saw
MC.
some of those clips.
Yeah, get it. It's like
it.
6 hours or something, but I
Okay.
think both of you guys should watch it and talk
Yeah,
about
that
it.
would be-
You know,
Yeah,
it's better for you than Netflix. So just do that,
for
and
sure.
let me know how things go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much, John.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Be well.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, that was interesting, and I love that. That was unexpected, and I love that that ended up not being a couple session, but relatable, and also a reminder that being in love with someone matters, And I was thinking as I was talking to her and even saying it out loud, like there was this kind of aha moment for me, because as a therapist and someone who has just been training or has been trained to just, put a black light to relationship, dissect relationships, I dissect the shit out of my relationship, and I'm very reactive and logical and defensive. And when she said emotionally, and she said it without hesitation, it wasn't like, I don't think she was lying. She said, I'm in love with him. God, that just like sliced through all the self-help books. And it made it very human for me. And I feel like what I needed to say was just go get it. Go try it. It's worth it if you are in love with this person. It matters. It has weight. And so what a great message to end on. Thank you for listening. If you want a free couple session, please tell your partner that this is going to be an episode on the Angry Therapist podcast /YouTube, so he knows. And you can email me at theangrytherapist. Thanks, TikTok.